Hit the like button, people. Make sure you are subscribing to the Football Terrace. Some really interesting videos for you today from the world of fan content creation and sort of fans online, as it were. AFTV to feature as well, and one of the funniest clips you've ever seen in your life. But I said a little while ago that I was so glad to see the Messi versus Ronaldo era end. And I don't know why. It was a moment of naivety from me, believing that it would end. All that's actually happened is it's moved on to other players. And you see this big Man City account here saying he's trying to force the tears. I see many people last night slandering and attacking Jude Bellingham, saying he's a PR merchant. Let's take a little look at the actual footage and let's talk about it.
Champions League winner. How does that feel? Some of your emotions.
I've always dreamed of playing in these games, and you go through life and there's so many people who say you can't do things, and like days like today just remind you why, and it gets a bit hard at times and you wonder like if it's worth it and all those kind of things. Like nights like tonight make you realise, I was all right until I've seen my mum and dad's face there, and the amount of nights where they could be at home by 7 o'clock and they're doing trips at 11, 12 at night to take me to football, man. I'm my little brother there who I'm trying to be a role model for and things like that. And yeah, I can't put it into words. It's on the best night of my life.
Such great articulation. There is emotion. You can see him holding back his tears. Unless you are an emotionally devoid, basement-dwelling troll, you're not going to understand it unless you have achieved something in your life. And I don't mean winning a Champions League. That isn't the only thing that you should define your life upon. One of my proudest achievements was, it kind of weren't even me, but it was like my children taking their first steps as an example, watching my daughter dance on stage, my son's first football match. Because you help get them there, there is a sense of pride in it and you feel emotional. So unless you've never achieved anything, whether it's family, business, sport, you won't get it. There's so many layers to the attacks here on Jude Bellingham. Firstly, there's player versus player. Jude Bellingham is being spoken as a potential Ballon d'Or winner. So what you'll get is fans of Arsenal, fans of City. It will come at Man United too if Manu keeps progressing, who want their favourite player to be the quote-unquote star boy, their favorite player to be the media darling, their favorite player to maybe be the best. So they do everything in their power to slander and shit on somebody else. And I'll be honest with you, everyone's entitled to banter however they want, but I am sick to my back teeth of it. I'm not going to lie. I am sick to my back teeth in this era. It's the one element of fandom that I despise nowadays. When I grew up, there were loads of great players, but you'd back yours. But what you didn't do is spend your time slagging everybody else off, making up agendas, making up lies, chatting nonsense, saying that he's forcing the tears. Some people say he's a mid player. Some people genuinely have this weird belief that he's not a very good football player. I want to read this out to you. At 20 years of age, he's won the Champions League, integral from start to finish. In the first season ever that Real Madrid have never lost a game in the Champions League, where they've won it. Won the Liga at the first time of asking. And if you don't think this guy's got ability, go back and watch his debut game away at Atletico Bilbao and the way he performed in that match like he'd been a Real Madrid player his entire life. He obviously won the Pokal, the French version, the German version of the FA Cup. He's in the Liga player of the season. So there's all these Premier League fans who are like, he's mid, he's meaty, he's average, there's no technical ability. A lot of the people that call players like Jude Bellingham average and no technical ability are also the same people that say that La Liga is the best league in the world. That league has just put him in their team of the season. He's won the Golden Boy Award. He scored a brace in an El Clasico already, and he scored at the World Cup. At 20 years of age, the jealousy, the envy towards this man is absolutely ridiculous. And I'm going to say this very quickly as well, because I do think this is a key component. I got sent this the other day, and it's so accurate for modern day football fans. And if you can't see it, If you can't see it and it's too small, I'll read it out to you here. I'm actually just looking for it again on my screen now because I can't find it. But essentially what it is saying is that it's the speech bubble. It says a man sitting down at a desk and there's multiple animals, monkeys, penguins, elephants, goldfish, etc., dogs, a seal. And the man at the desk says, for a fair selection, everybody has to take the same test. And then he says, please climb that tree. So the test is climbing the tree. Of course, when I look at all these animals, probably the bird's going to do best because it's going to fly to where it needs to be. Then you're probably going to have the monkey, then the dog, and then everybody else is finished. Everybody else is finished. But just like in you can't assess all those animals based on their ability to climb a tree. The same as you can't assess every single football player based on your personal preference or a particular player that you rate the most. Football has never been assessed in that way. And maybe I'm becoming an old man, but I'm not going to allow it to change now without a fight and pushing back against it. Here's Jude Bellingham talking to CBS yesterday. Take a look.
Everyone talks about the impact that you had, the assists, the goals, and the 4-3-1-2. But recently, I've seen you defending a lot for the team, and you had to do it today because what they did with Emerson coming in between the two centre-back and releasing the full-back going on, you had to defend a lot in the first half for Vinicius. Yeah. And you couldn't be where you're supposed to be. But can you tell people how much?
Firstly, he may not have made it as a great coach, Thierry Henry, but it doesn't mean he doesn't understand football. We equate that. We do that too much as football fans where we say, you were a bad manager, therefore you don't understand football. It's mad. It doesn't make sense. Thierry Henry has just explained some of the important things that he has to do in this Real Madrid team and actually had to do in multiple games to get to this final. But for some weird reason, when it comes to a player we dislike, we discount how they keep in shape, how they defend, and how they add to other parts of the team's success.
You know, you do well the team also off the ball. People don't often see that.
I couldn't give a shit really what people think.
I love that. I love that because, again, people say that he's a PR merchant. That moment there proves, in my personal opinion, that he's not. But it's true, he shouldn't care what idiots are saying online. Care about genuine criticism. Care about what your mother and what your father tell you. Care about what your coach tells you. But he knows how good his first season has been. He knows how talented he is. He knows how he's got there. He can't be listening to trolls that are saying, well, you're not doing enough stepovers. You didn't do enough dragbacks. Oh, your first touch isn't like Zidane, so therefore I can't rate you. You start listening to people like that, genuinely, it will drive you mad.
How dare you?
Fan TV.
It's garbage.
No, you're wrong.
It's low rent
You're wrong.
thinking.
I need to start again. You might have missed that. You might have missed that here. Listen to what's been said here.
I love Arsenal Fan TV.
It's garbage.
No, you're wrong.
It's low rent
You're wrong.
thinking. It's
You're
destructive.
wrong.
And
they're passionate and they love their club and they just want to win. We've been through a very fallow.
Firstly, Simon Jordan saying it's low rent and rubbish and degrading. Listen, Talk Sport charge you about £2.50 British pounds to phone in and give an opinion. AFTV enabled fans for Arsenal to speak for free. The Football Terrace, listen, so I always stand by fan channels. We've been doing call-in shows now for the best part of 6 or 7 years. That they took a bit of hiatus. They're coming back again over the course of the summer. We don't charge people £2.50 to come on and have their opinion. If people want to donate, etc., thank you so much for everything that you've done for us, whether it's a super chat or a thank you in the comment section. But these men get fans that rant and say crazy things. They have pundits at Talk Sport like Jamie O'Hara and Cundy, who absolutely speak nonsense about their own clubs, sometimes other people's clubs. Yet he's out here, again, Simon Jordan, attacking AFTV. What a plonker.
Period of 20 years of league failure, which for the prices they charge for Arsenal season tickets, I think they're still the highest in Europe, right? We have an expectation level that's high.
But there is a difference between being a fan and a supporter, in my view. Supporters support things and fans dip in and dip out.
What's a load of crap? You don't even believe
let
that.
me finish.
Well done, Piers Morgan. I'm not a massive fan of Piers Morgan, but on this, I'm going to back him. Absolutely spot on. There's no way Simon believes that. He is just trying to find a way. Simon Jordan's probably angry that he didn't think of the idea and he sees other people doing well in life and it irks him because he has to work for the man. where Don Robbie doesn't.
Do you not believe that?
I do, actually. I don't think you should defend the indefensible, but I think there should be enough latitude to be able to give your support until it's absolutely unsupportable.
But it was unsupportable when Arsenal fans wanted Wenger out. It was. They did the right thing. They absolutely did. Imagine they carried on down that path. I know they haven't won a major trophy yet, but imagine Arsenal carried on down the Wenger path. What they were doing under Unai Emery. Imagine they carried on with that mantra, where they would be. Come on now. Look, listen, I understand fan channels are not everybody's bag. Don't watch them then. But the volumes of attack that our industry... And listen, not everyone that does it's your cup of tea. Some people love Lee Gunner. Some people dislike him. Some people love Mark Goldbridge. Some people dislike him. Some people hate me. Some people like me. Some people love me. It's all there for variety. The one thing I cannot abide is the industry as a whole being attacked. And I don't like the cannibalism that's developed in our industry. I was part of that once upon a time, and it's devastating for us because the mainstream is actually trying to take us out. And I'm happy to see Piers Morgan stand up for us there. But I'd love to get your views and opinions on that one, people. Let us know.
Let's go! Come on! What's your view on being linked to Emiti Cabernet?
Is that for me or for you? Do you want to take that or me?
No, go for it. Go for it.
I like him. He's a good player.
Oh my God!
We have to caution it when we're linked or we're monitoring or we're keeping an eye on. I'm not sure how far we are down the road with that one, but yeah, I do like him. How about
Who does he play for? Who does he play for?
Who does he play? Who does he play for?
Hang on, I don't know the name of the team.
I don't think I know this player.
No, he's a good player. He's a good player still.
So at least you know, still here. At least he is like said, I don't know him. The other gentleman, I don't know his name. He's said he's a good player. He's now doubling down. He's a really good player. He's a really good player.
What position is he playing?
What position? If you don't know why I'm laughing, the super chat is to Spurs fans, and it's a way of saying empty cabinet. Not a real player. They've essentially typed in empty cabinet as in empty trophy cabinet. And the Spurs fan on the, I don't know what way around you're seeing this, but on the right to me, he is stating that he knows the player and he's excellent.
Oh, this guy.
Still. Oh. He's fallen.
He's a good player. So.
Yeah.
What do you say, boy? Eccles?
In the end, still caved. Listen, this happens. This happens to people online. You'll get a super chat sometimes, and often it's about a real player or a manager. And I'm like, I don't know much about him at all. I learned years ago, just to say, I don't know. This is what happens, I think, when you try to look like you have all the knowledge in the world. This always happens. I feel for the guys because we've all been there. We've all been there, but empty cabinet. Listen, everyone, hit the like button, please. Make sure you are subscribing, and we'll see you all again soon.